Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, let me thank you all for coming here today. Anyone here encounters difficulties in speaking, in practicing the English speaking skill? Raise your hand, please. Yeah, I can see many hands here. Well, I will ask our person to you, which is the hardest part when you speak English? I will repeat the questions. Which is the hardest part when you speak English?
To me, the hardest part is the pronunciation.
Thank you for your answer. So if anyone here have to face those difficulties, my presence here today will definitely help you a lot. In this era of globalization, using the English language is tremendously important in connecting and communicating in an open society. Thus, everyone is better off equipping themselves with a solid foundation of English, especially the English speaking skill, through some useful methods that will be mentioned right now. First and foremost, imitation and shouting technique is an extremely great one. All we need to do is choosing the audio of a speaker we like or whose voice we learn. For instance, Rosie, Taylor Swift, Donald Trump. Then listen, write down subtitles, respectively speak out each sentence and each paragraph. On doing this, hit the pronunciation, the intonation and stress. The final step is imitating again and again until we virtually remember and speak like that audio. The usefulness of this manner is the alleviation of dialect, the betterment of natural intonation and articulation as well. In the second place, we better listen to English as much as possible. Through some movies, vlogs, podcasts, from a plethora of sources like TED Talks, Netflix, or YouTube. We are able to learn how to pronounce like native speakers by mimicking what we hear, some native expression in a very natural way, and as well as gain several serviceable vocabularies or slangs. The final means I want to refer to is that when you speak English, you ought to speak illustratively in English. That is to say, we'll speak English when we are alone and do something like filming tutorial videos when we are doing the chores, cooking, doing makeup, or filming vlogs telling about our experiences, our daily lives or our feelings, and so on. Yeah, many of you see that practicing self-monologue like this sounds a bit crazy, but on doing this, we will realize that so many things are there we want to depict, but don't know how to express them in English. Hence, this manner is a vital key to boost our flexes when communicating. On the contrary, when it comes to exercising the English speaking skill, myriad people are misled and apply several improper approaches. So I will invite my friend. What common mistake do you usually make when you speak English?
I usually worried about making grammar mistake when speaking English.
Thank you for your answering. So right now I will be here to enlighten you as to some common mistakes you usually make when it comes to exercising the English speaking skill. In the first place, many people might argue studying speaking through books is expedient because students have the ability to apply favorable vocabularies or grammar structures. They might even memorize model answers for each topic. However, this view is utterly wrong. It is impossible to learn all those words and structures because there are too many of them. Also, candidates would not be able to remember those words and structures when conversing or coming into the exam room and facing the examiner. Also, when studying from books, we cannot enhance our pronunciation and fluency, which are the important parts of the English speaking skill. Additionally, many often focus too much on grammar when speaking. It is indisputable that accurate grammar will ensure the standard of your structures, but if you concentrate too much on it, you may lose your smoothness and make your sentences too elaborate to understand. If you can't keep the flow in speaking, hesitate and respond slowly to the question, the listener no longer feels like listening to you, no matter how intricate your grammar rules are. So here are the 3 methods of enhancing the English speaking skills and some common mistakes that I want to impart to you, all of you today. Remember that the result cannot appear just after a short time. So keep patient that we can attain our goals. Practice makes perfect. That's all about my presentation. Thanks for listening.
Well, thanks for your interesting and useful presentation. The next presenter will be a student from Phúc Thành High School.
Hello everyone, I'm a girl from Phúc Thành High School. Today I will introduce you about how to improve your English vocabulary. As you may know, English is the most common language all over the world. There's no compulsory method to study it, but each person has to find a suitable one to improve your vocabulary. English vocabulary is perhaps the most crucial skill in our daily life because it is connected to our vocabulary improvements and as well as in communication daily life. A person's ability to express oneself and communicate effectively will increase with the vocabulary side. Strong vocabularies will help students to study effectively and succeed at school because it's closely tied to the language development and reading comprehensions. To begin with, I will suggest that you should learn the words at your own pace initially. To make the best decision about which word to learn, you should first determine your level of English, because learning a group of words that are similar to your own pace as well as your vocabularies you already know will help you to learn English faster and you will enjoy it at your more time. Secondly, I will introduce you about acquiring your vocabulary related to entertainment. You can select a film or television program with English subtitles, and this will make vocabulary learning more enjoyable for you, because when someone is doing what they love, they will frequently as they are more productive. Select a film and write down new words as they come up and look up for its definitions every time. You should always learn the words and by word families and topics, because the logic and connection between vocabulary fields will increase your vocabulary. And I can introduce you to some common topics like the environment, families, or something like technologies. Thirdly, I will introduce you about how to make note of new words and use them in practice. As just one study, we can note that the vocabulary is not always very easy for us to memorize, but it is very easy that you should write them down in your notebook or your phone. You can use about 15 words a day, and after a month you can have 300 words, and after 6 months you can have 1,800 words. That is very memorable for you, and you can enjoy these moments. Finally, I suggest that you should study, which includes speaking and listening. After always listen to and repeat the pronunciations of every word, this will only help you to remember, as well as it will also help you to listen and speak more clearly. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. Now let's enjoy a song from Mitchell High School. It is called All Falls Down.